Hey everyone, welcome to Made on the Cape. This is a channel about my cross stitch. My name is Danielle. Today is March 5th, 2023, and this is my weekly stitching update. So this week, I didn't get as much stitching done as I normally have been getting done. Thursday night, we drove up into Boston to go see Hamilton live on stage. It was so fun. It was the first time I have ever been to Hamilton live. I've seen it a million times on Disney Plus, but it was a Christmas present and I just couldn't wait to go, and I was so excited, and we had a great time. But because of that, I lost stitching time Thursday night and Friday morning. But I still do have quite a lot of projects to go over with you. I did cycle through quite a bit. So no finishes, couple starts. We did finish February this week. The embroidery.com's Facebook challenge, Love to Stitch, I got that completed. So I will have earned a, I still think that they're doing the magnet, the needle minders that will say Love to Stitch 2023 on it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I worked on 12 projects in February, finished 4 of them, and FFO'd 1 of those. And I had 2 new starts in February. So those aren't bad numbers, and pretty pleased, pretty happy with that. So hopefully hopefully March will be just as good. So we'll start with my morning coffee stitch. It's my cruise ship pattern. I am stitching this on a Color and Cotton 28 count Lugana in Willow. I'll put a photo up here of where we saw that last week. And here it is this week. I got the next ship done. I was hoping to get 2 done this week, but like I said, I didn't have that much time. The Carnival Liberty in 08. We had a few year lapse in between vacation time. I don't remember why. Must have been a good reason. All right. The next I'll show you is my lunch stitch. It's Trick or Treat by Maria Diaz. It's out of the October 2017 World of Cross Stitching magazine. Here's what it will look like. I'll show you what it looked like last week. And here's where it is now. I don't remember if this was finished last week or not, but I did all the back stitching on it and then went ahead and started the little ghost right here. I didn't have very many lunches this week. I think I only stitched on it for three days worth, so 3 hours. Okay. Come on, get it. All right. next project I will show you is the Red Sox logo that I'm stitching for my nephew. I'm stitching this on a 14 count white Aida. Here's where it was last week. And here's where it is now. I stitched this Sunday afternoon after I finished filming last week. We're getting there. I just have to finish Boston, so the O and the N, and then I have to fill in Boston with blue and Red Sox with red, and then there's a red border. Maybe another couple weeks. It's a little more stitching than you think still, but isn't that always the case? I always think, oh, that's not bad. I can get that done quickly. No. Never is. So I think I stitched this next one right here. This is Winter by the Cricut Collection. I'm stitching this on Color and Cotton 28 count Lugana in Celeste. Here's where it is last time you saw it. Here's where it is now. I think I stitched this Monday. I'm trying to remember if I got bored with the Red Sox pattern Sunday afternoon and switched to this Sunday evening or not, but I guess it doesn't matter. I got the T completely done with the little, I think they call that birdseed ball or something. The bird and the snowflake. So the whole T is completely done. And then this right here will be a sled. But I have to stitch the E in order to complete the sled because there's a bunch of back stitching for the runners of it that go over the E itself. So I say this every time, I love this piece. So fun to stitch. It comes out so nice. I can't wait to have all the seasons done and finished so that I can display them in my house. All right. So next, Tuesday and Wednesday, I stitched on The Garden Party by Mirabilia, technically by Nora Corbet. I am stitching this on a 28 count Color and Cotton Lugana in Blue Fox. I will show you what it looked like last time. I seem to be losing sun. And here it is now. One of these days I'm going to get this thing ironed. I am completing the dress, the blue dress on the bottom there. I think I have one color left to go on there, white, and then I'll be able to stitch the rest of the purple garland down there at the bottom will have to go around the blue dress. And then beading. This project I have as my focus. This is the next project I want completed. So, I bet I have 2 or 3 weeks left on this one, if I keep going at the rate that I'm going now, which hopefully I will. So this next project was a new start this week. It's Hamilton by Nodding Treasures on Etsy. I will put up a photo of what it's supposed to look like when it's done, because I don't have it printed out. I will also put in a photo of, actually no I won't, it's a brand new start. Just kidding. I think it goes this way. Here it is. I wanted to make sure that I got it started this week since we went and saw it. It's on a yellow, actually called Sunshine, Ada, 16 count by Witchold. We started it Wednesday night, and then I woke up on Thursday and did a little bit then as well. So Friday evening, I worked on my full coverage. I've been tending to do this on Fridays. I've been wanting to work on my mini Curl Up with a Good Book by Randall Spangler, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll put up a photo here of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And I'll also put up a photo of what it looks like last week. And here it is this week. I'll try and do a side by side. I worked this week on the wine bottle, pulling colors and then working it all the way through. I'm stitching this on a 28 count even weave I bought at Michael's a long time ago. And I stitch it 1/1 full cross. I think a lot of the stitches went into the cat and the candles this week, maybe. All the extra stitches. Yep. Okay. And last but not least for this week is another new start. Started this yesterday. It's Super Mario by Choco Coco Stitch on Etsy. And I am stitching this on a Witch Out 16 count Ada in Sea Spray. I'll put up a photo here of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And here's what I got. This is so cute. I can't even stand it. I got almost 2,000 stitches done on it. Like 1950 or something. The little coins look so 3D. It's so cool. So I stitched this yesterday and this morning as well. I could put it down. But onto something else this afternoon. So I had a question last week about where they should start for fancy ladies. They had never stitched one before. And to know a little bit about me, I kind of jump in the deep end when there's something new that needs to happen. Once I make up my mind, I just do it. So I had never stitched a fancy lady before since in 2017. So I picked up Celtic Autumn and I just did it. It's a big one to start with, but they're just like any other. You just take it X by X. I had fallen in love with it when I saw it, and I needed to stitch it. I started stitching when I was like 8. Then I took a few years off. I picked it up again in my early teens for a few years, and then it went by the wayside again. And in 2017, I picked it back up. I picked the hobby back up, and I haven't put it down since. But once I did, I started watching YouTube, all the cross stitchers on YouTube. And that's when I realized all the different designers and trying to learn what I liked to stitch. So I wasn't quite sure what I should be spending my time on. And once I started stitching this, I realized that, yeah, it's the fancy ladies that really do it for me. Obviously other things too, but this one really floats my boat. So I completed her in 2017. I put her in the county fair. Does it have a date on it? In summer of 2018. And she won second place for me. It was the first time I had ever entered anything in. So I was pretty happy with that. So that is one of my finished pieces from before. So I think that's all for this week. Next week, or this week coming up, I'm pretty sure I'll be working on Garden Party. Maybe the Red Sox. Mini curl up with a good book. But otherwise, I'm not really sure. So stay tuned for next week to see what I end up working on. Thank you for all your comments. Subscribe and like, and hit the bell. And until next week, happy stitching!